Today in Portland, Oregon, a series of surprising reversals, legal battles, and political shifts on the docket. I'm Dean Bark. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark here in Portland. All right, here's where we begin. Councillor Smith reverses her stance on an open carry policy after public backlash. That's the headline. Councillor Loretta Smith initially proposed allowing city councillors to openly carry firearms at City Hall. This proposal came right after a protest disrupted a city council meeting where the demonstrators were demanding the revocation of an ICE facility permit. Smith cited safety concerns, but the public wasn't buying it. The backlash was significant enough to make her retract the proposal. Now, instead of packing heat, she's focusing on improving security protocols at City Hall. Call it like it is, she listened to the voters, and that's worth noting. This incident has ignited debates about safety measures and firearms in public meetings. Interestingly, protests have been on the rise since Trump's second term began, highlighting some serious tensions in the city. And here's a surprising twist. Smith, a black woman, has brought her historical perspective into discussions on safety. It adds a layer of depth to the entire conversation. My take? Smith's retraction was necessary. Safety should not compromise public trust. Let's pivot to the next story. Portland clears Zenith Energy of code violations despite skepticism from environmentalists. Zenith Energy, which operates an oil transloading and storage facility in northwest Portland, was found compliant with its franchise agreement after a city investigation. But not everyone's convinced. Environmental advocates and some city councilors are questioning the scope and transparency of the investigation. Zenith does have a bit of a history, including instances of unauthorized construction and fossil fuel transport. One surprising fact: Zenith's flagrant violations of a state air permit. This report could influence how Portland deals with fossil fuel companies in the future. My 2 cents? The report feels like a missed opportunity to hold Zenith accountable. Moving on, next up is the arrest of a tavern employee that reflects changing ICE tactics in Portland. Miguel Alvarado Lopez, an employee at Moonshot Tavern, was detained by ICE while in his car. This marks a shift in ICE tactics, as they're increasingly targeting individuals in vehicles rather than at homes or workplaces. This new approach has immigration advocates on edge, concerned about the aggressive nature of these tactics. And here's a surprising stat for you. ICE detentions within Portland's city limits have increased, even as the overall numbers decline. These tactics are worrying and erode trust within the community. All right, next topic. Ex-City Hall staffer alleges discrimination by a councilor's office. Sprout Chin, a former staffer, has filed discrimination complaints against Councilor Tiffany Koyama Lane and her chief of staff. Chin alleges retaliation and wrongful termination after requesting ADA accommodations for a seizure disorder. These claims highlight ongoing challenges regarding workplace rights within City Hall. There's also an insightful point here: potential systemic issues in employee protections. And a surprising twist: Chin was an organizing member of a newly formed City Council staff labor union. City Hall must prioritize creating a fair and inclusive workplace. Shifting gears, last up, Portland City Council overhauls its committee system to improve efficiency. In February 2026, the City Council voted to reduce its policy committees from 8 to 5. This move, led by Council President Jamie Dunphy, aims to foster inclusivity and improve strategic discussions within the council. The new structure includes a committee of the whole, chaired by Councilor Samir Kanal. This committee will meet weekly to discuss finance, governance, and major strategic investments. Potential shifts in City Council power dynamics are on the horizon. And here's a fun tidbit. Councilor Steve Novick has introduced the idea of airing of grievances meetings. Streamlining the committees could lead to more focused and effective governance. This is Dean Bark for the City Report in Portland. Have a great day, and join us again tomorrow.